Lamb Farms Inc. and Oakfield Corners Dairy. Lamb Farms Inc. was started by my father in Oakfield in 1966. That operation is 5 miles to the north of where we are right now. We're at a farm that we call Farm Number 2 that was purchased in 1998. We purchased the third farm in 2009. That brings us up to 6,500 total cows, including the dry cows. We also have about another 6,000 head of heifers. In the operation, the partners with me are my father, Gordon, my brother, Matthew, and we have a non-family partner, Jim Veazey. Jim manages the crops and the manure side of the business. My brother, Matthew, and myself manage the dairy cattle. And my father is still involved in the business, but from the day-to-day operations, he is retired. We till about 12,000 acres of ground. Most of that is corn and alfalfa. We employ about 100 people in total. The genetic side of the business, Oakfield Corners Dairy, is the name of the entity which owns all of our dairy cattle. And I would say in about 1998 or so, we started with an embryo transfer program. We started small at first, and we've grown to where we are today, which is implanting about 4,000 embryos a year, and we do IVF as well as conventional embryos. So we have what I think is a really impressive team, and in terms of Oakfield Corners Dairy, the people that are most integral to that team are here with me. To my right is my wife, Alicia. She does a lot of the advertising. She does a lot of office work and computer work, and keeps track of the bulls that we're sending to stud. Kelly Lee is to her right. Kelly is our marketing manager, but also the manager of the cattle in this genetics barn. And then to my far right is Adam Dresser. Adam is in charge of our ET program. He does conventional flushing, does pregnancy checks, and also implants IVF embryos.
My name is Alicia Lamb, and obviously I'm Jonathan's wife. My role is basically more in a background role. I do some nutrition work on the side, so I do the diets for the lactating cows at one of the operations, and then also for all of the calves and heifers for all three of the milking operations. So that's my primary role. Secondarily, I'm involved, I help out with some of the marketing, advertising, keeping track of bulls going to stud, different things of that accord, help out with the shows. Again, some of the background things that we do on the genetics side. So my background, I'm originally from Florida, and I met Jonathan when he was managing a farm down there when I was at the University of Florida. And my background with the dairy side of it, I came up through 4-H, showing cows as a kid. My family really didn't have a large dairy farm. It was mainly through 4-H and the FFA programs.
Hi, I'm Kelly Lee, and I've been working at Oakfield Corners for 2 years now. After I attended Cornell University for animal science, I joined the team at first as a herdsperson on the large dairy, and now I have a larger role with the genetic aspect of the farm. I help to manage the cows in our new genetics barn and our high-type heifers. I also assist with the ET program, where I help search for embryos and help with frozen IVF implanting, as well as helping Adam and our IVF vets flush. My background in dairy is I grew up on a small dairy farm in Wisconsin and was very active in 4-H and Junior Holstein and different breed associations. And
hi, I'm Adam Dresser. I've been working for Lamb Farms for about 9 years now. I grew up on a small dairy farm and went to college for animal science at Morrisville State University, and then I came to work here as a herdsman. I started doing some breeding and then slowly worked my way into ultrasounding and implanting frozen embryos. I then took a short course for flushing and started flushing and implanting the fresh eggs myself, and then continued on with ultrasounding, doing the preg checks on various farms that we have here. I also help assist Jonathan with the matings, for all of the heifers that we flush.
So in terms of influences in my life, my parents have been a really strong influence. My mother, Peggy, and my father, Gordon, I, of course, grew up on the farm here. They were huge influences for me. I grew up as farming as a way of life, but my father also taught me that farming also needs to be a business, and we operate that as such. And my brother Matthew and I have tried to carry on that tradition, along with the non-family partner Jim Veazey. In terms of what we're proud of in our program, of course we're always proud when our animals go on and do well for the new owners. I'm also really proud of our team, Kelly and Adam, and also people that aren't here on the camera. It takes a real crew to get everything done. There's no way that we could have grown this operation, Oakfield Corners Dairy, the registered side of it, to where it is now without a really strong team. And I've tried to empower them with their different aspects, and they've taken the ball and run. And I'm able to sleep easy at night knowing that I have good people in the positions that I'm confident they can get things done the way they need to be done. So milk production is obviously our main business with a farm this big. I would say we got in the ET business a lot more aggressively. It's a passion of Alicia and myself. We started slow at first and grew the business to what it is today. We did that because we enjoy it. We enjoy meeting new people. We've enjoyed the friendships that we've made. I'm currently on the Holstein board. I've enjoyed serving on that board, as well as the Genetics Advancement Committee. It's just something that's a real passion of ours. And it is something that we have a lot of financial resources into, so it needs to be a profitable aspect of the operation. But at the same time, we do it because we're passionate about it and we really enjoy it.
So on average, we flush 3 heifers a week conventionally, and we also IVF about 7 to 10 animals per week. During the show date quarters, it's a little bit more heavily with the type animals, and we might be doing more IVF work during that time.
Our flushing program between genomics and type has been an evolution. I think when Alicia and I first started, we were exclusively high type, high pedigreed animals, and that's something that we really enjoy doing. We like animals with good pedigrees, good backgrounds, good cow families. But lately, in the past 5 years or so, the genomic market has been really active and really hot. And so our program is nimble enough that we were able to alter it so that we're more heavily weighted towards genomic animals. Originally, I would say that we were flushing about a quarter index animals before genomics, and I would say we do between a quarter and a third type animals now. So that's flip-flopped. We're much more heavily flushing high-index genomic animals. And at this point in time, we're implanting about 4,000 embryos a year.
We've had quite a few over the years that we're pretty proud of. A few that come to mind initially, we bred the first and second 16th generation excellent cows, so that was very exciting. Or the farm bred a cow several years back now by the name of OCD Planet Danica. She was excellent 93 with a 95-point mammary, and I think she's still the highest scored Planet daughter to date. And she, of course, was the dam of Miss OCD Robust Delicious, who has several high GTBI daughters and sons that are in AI. Danica herself was a great brood cow. In addition to Delicious, she has many sons in AI, including Donatello, Dragonheart, and several others. And she also has many daughters left here at the farm that are doing quite well.
From a type standpoint, several animals have gone through the past Spring Sensations sales as well as other sales with the Oakfield prefix. In the last few years, Oakfield Goldwyn Lyric was third at Madison and second at the Royal last year, as well as nominated All-Canadian and All-American, and she went on to do very well for her new owners. In addition, Miss Atwood Madison was bred by the farm and sold in a Spring Sensations sale 4 years ago, and she was the third 4-year-old at World Dairy Expo last year. Currently, we're working with several 94-point cows. Most recently, yesterday, Ernest Anthony Jazz Tempo went 94, and we're selling one of her calves this week in our sale We've flushed her to Goldwyn, Atwood, and several other bulls. And she's one of our current favorites, I think. She makes really tall, long calves from what we've seen so far. We're flushing some older cows. Durham Margot is a 94-point cow that goes back to the Hiawatha May family. She's had several calves in the last year that have been doing well in the show ring, and we're continuing to flush her to bulls such as Armani and Atwood. Last year, Budgeon J.K. Dundee Adair was purchased. She's excellent 95. We've flushed her to Gold Chip, arch rival Atwood, and we're really excited to see her calves hit the ground this summer. We've already sold a choice out of her, and we're selling some eggs out of her in the sale.
As far as the genomics go, we are doing a lot of IVF work with some high mogul milking daughters. Oakfield, or OCD Mogul Free Willie has over 2,700 GTPI super shot in the sale this week. Some of the sires we're using now, we use quite a few select bulls that we get pre-release semen from. We also use quite a few sexing technology bulls like Rubicon and Delta, Denver. We have a high Delta daughter from Butts Hill Magical Missy in the sale. She's over 2,700, 2,765 I believe. For the genomic heifers, when we make a decision on what we are going to flush them to, we use Holstein USA's inbreeding calculator and plug in about 10 bulls that are high GTPI, high production, high fat, high protein, and just look for an appealing bull that will cross well with our genomic heifers. And then Jonathan and I sit down and we discuss those bulls and make a decision on that.
For type cows, Jonathan and I, and Adam as well, usually sit down and talk about what heifers we like at recent shows and what animals are catching our eye at the farm as well. Sometimes we'll go back and use a bull again that we liked after we saw some more of their animals. So I think definitely it's what we see in the show ring and talking to other breeders and seeing what they're using and using bulls from cow families that we admire as well.
Right. We do sell some embryos. We sell both internationally and domestically. We are selling some embryos in our sale on Saturday. As a general rule, though, we don't sell a lot of embryos, and the reason for that is because we have a lot of recipients. We view our competitive advantage to be the fact that we do have a lot of recipients and we can make a lot of calves. So therefore, we typically don't market a lot of embryos. But again, we do sell some to Germany and several other markets. So as Alicia and I got involved in the registered Holstein business, we really enjoyed meeting new people, and we were impressed by their skills in developing cow families. That's something that we did not have. We didn't really know how to do. Kelly's been teaching us the care of really elite cattle, and again, that was something we needed to learn. One thing that we did have and we had at our disposal was a large recipient pool, and we've used that to our advantage to be able to put a lot of embryos in. On the show side, we make a lot of show calves, and honestly, if there's some calves that we don't really care for, rather than marketing them, we just keep them and milk them as commercial animals, and some of those will be recipients for the next generation. From a genomic standpoint, we put in a lot of genomic embryos, and we don't have as high a parent average as some other farms do that buy really expensive, really elite cattle. We like to work with really good cattle from strong maternal lines, but we have the advantage that we can make a lot of calves. And when we do that, the lower end, we're happy to milk in our herd because they're still really good commercial animals. And in a lot of cases, those lower end are also used for recipients to supply the next generation. The highlight of our marketing program is our Every Other Year sale. This year in 2015 is our 6th edition. As Kelly mentioned, we really like selling animals and having them go on and do well for their new owners. We've had many success stories, and we always highlight them. on the back of our catalog so that people can see that we're proud that we've gone and sold animals that have gone on and done well for the new owners. Again, we view this as the high point of our marketing program, and we try to save up the best of what we have to offer for our sale. And we don't sell anything that doesn't carry our prefix or have our breeding in the sale, but we also sell our best. And it does, as the saying goes, it hurts to sell your best. But if we expect and want people to come to our sale and bid on our animals, then we have to be willing to let those animals go. All the animals sell. There's no minimum bids, and we don't buy anything back. And at times, some things have sold for less than what we wanted, but we know we need to take the good with the bad. And overall, we've been really happy, and we've been really pleased with the positive reports that we get from new owners. Okay, if I could, a couple of thank yous. To my right, my wife Alicia is gone because she had to go pick up our 7-month-old daughter. But she's been really supportive through everything we've done. It's something we really enjoy doing together. And I have to thank her for all the long hours. She sent emails to all three of us at like 11:30 last night after putting our daughter to bed. It's a labor of love, but it's something we work really long and hard on. So we hope to see everybody at our sale this Saturday, May 9th. The sale will start at 11 a.m. And immediately following the sale, we'll have a pig roast. And, of course, everybody's welcome to stay for that. The night before the sale, we have wine and cheese. And, of course, everybody's able to come in and inspect the cattle. We're really proud of our new facility that we've been in here since January. We have a 4-stall flat barn parlor that we'd like to invite everybody to come see. And we hope to see you at the sale.